Most injury cases are going to take quite a bit of time in order to get a fair settlement. In this video, however, I will share a tip with you on how in some cases you may be able to get the maximum amount you could possibly get in your case shortly after your accident and as quickly as possible. To do so, let me tell you the story of my past client, Antonio. Antonio's case involved a car accident, but what I'm about to teach you in this video applies to all types of personal injury cases, including also slip or trip and fall cases, dog attack cases, and any other type of personal injury case. Antonio did not call my office until over 2 months after his car accident. He was having trouble with the insurance company and did not know what to do next, so he called my office. He explained that he was stopped at a stop sign when another driver struck his vehicle in the rear. The accident was clearly the other driver's fault. Antonio was transported by ambulance after the accident to the hospital. He had sustained injuries to his shoulders, neck, back, and head. Antonio had lost consciousness due to the accident. We immediately began collecting Antonio's medical records and bills. Then, less than 30 days after Antonio became a client, I sent a written demand via email to the insurance adjuster handling the claim. I demanded the insurance company to pay its policy limits on behalf of its at-fault insured driver. With the demand, I sent over all the medical records and bills that we had collected for Antonio, but I was still confident we did not yet have all of Antonio's records and bills. Plus, Antonio advised he was probably needing more medical treatment as his injuries persisted. After the insurance company completed its review of the case, the adjuster advised of their offer of the policy limits. We were able to settle Antonio's case for the policy limits in just 61 days after he became a client at my office. We were able to do this because we sent a written demand as soon as we possibly could in his case. In the 61 days we were handling Antonio's case before settlement, we gathered all the necessary information during the intake process, sent a letter of representation to the other driver's insurance company, gathered Antonio's medical records and medical bills, and drafted and sent a demand package over to the insurance company. After that, we just had to sit back and wait for the insurance company to complete its review until they ultimately offered the policy limits. The only way that I know that you can possibly speed up your case and still get the most money possible in your injury case is by sending to the insurance company a demand package as soon as possible after your accident. A demand package includes a written letter or email to the insurance adjuster handling your claim, demanding a specific sum of money or the policy limits like I did in Antonio's case. It also includes all the evidence you have gathered in your case. But don't feel like you have to gather every single record or bill before sending the demand, especially if you are demanding the policy limits. You can always supplement your demand at a later date upon receipt of new evidence, such as additional medical records or bills. And if you sustain severe injuries, consider sending a demand right after your accident with photographs depicting your injuries, even if you don't yet have any medical records, or just get your emergency room records and send your written demand. Also, consider putting a deadline date for the insurance company to respond to your written demand offer. This can put pressure on the insurance company. But unless the insurance company is offering the policy limits, you do not want to settle your claim quickly if you are still getting or still need more medical treatment. That's why it's not always wise to settle your injury claim shortly after your accident. You simply won't know the approximate value of your injury claim in most cases until you're done treating or at least have reached maximum medical improvement. In many injury cases, it simply just does not make sense to try to settle your injury claim quickly, because if you do so, you will be selling your claim short for an amount less than the actual value of your case. So keep in mind, this tip won't work in many injury cases. It's typically only going to work if you have a policy limits case and it's clear early in your case that your case is worth the policy limits. But the thing is, what happens if the insurance company plays hardball and makes you a lowball settlement offer in your injury case even after you are finished with medical treatment? Well, if that is the case, you really only have one option if you want a chance at a fair payout in your injury case. And in this video about to pop up right here, I'll tell you why in many injury cases you must file a lawsuit if you want a fair settlement. Lastly, if you've been injured in Kentucky, remember to don't wait, call Tate.